Rix Top 6
or more
pro tips for the perfect Harry Potter day in Diagon Alley.
Rix Top 6 party time. Excellent.
Hey, what's going on everybody? Rick and Nikki here.
Hello.
And today we're at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Universal Studios, Florida. Going to give you some good tips, I think. Not really a tip, but I guess I will point the way to Diagon Alley for you muggles. It's right through the brick walls there. The first tip is a classic. Get here as early as possible. If early park admission is available, use it.
Yes.
Early park admission is available to annual pass holders and anyone staying on property at a Universal Studios Resort hotel. We are not here at early park admission. Thus, as you can see, it's a little crowded.
It's busy.
Pro tip number 2 is to ride Escape from Gringotts early. You know, like early park admission early, because it's usually the longest wait time in the park. Now also regarding Gringotts, some more advice. It is, like I said, one of the longest wait times in the park because it's one of the best rides. So they do have a single rider line.
Yes. Utilize single rider when it's appropriate.
Yeah, especially in the mornings.
Yes.
Single rider line works better in the morning.
For sure. And if it's the first time you've gone through it, with like the ride with your family, then go through the queue because the queue is amazing. It's not something you want to miss.
It's one of the best queues in the park.
Yeah.
So that is good advice. Go through it for the first time with the family, and then like if you're gonna go multiple times, then start using that single rider line.
Right.
The third pro tip is regarding the Gringotts dragon. Everyone loves that dragon.
Yes.
Everyone loves to get a shot of the dragon when it's spitting that fire. What it does is it shoots off every 10 minutes. So at the 10, at the 20, at the 30 mark, etc., etc. Now, unless it's windy. So if you're looking for that perfect shot of the dragon, check on the 10s. Or I guess the more correct way to say it, at the top of the hour and then on the 10s. Pro tip number 4. It's going to cost you some money. Get a wand and do some spells.
Yeah.
The average price of an interactive wand is $63, unless you're going to get like the limited edition collector wands. Those are a little more. So when you buy your wand, it does come with a map to show you where the wand spots are. But there are medallions on the ground, on the floor here, to show you where they are and the movement to make with the wand.
Exactly.
There's 2 locations that do not have medallions on the ground. Jig and Jiggers?
Yeah, Slug and Jigger.
Slug and Jiggers, thank you so much. That's why I have her with me.
Yes.
And Scribulus, to the far right of Scribulus. And Nikki, can you actually do that one for us?
Sure, I'll give it a shot.
Oh, and she did it. And I want to say on the first try. I do want to mention this wand spot here real fast. Now, the spell is to get the frog to give you some water, but there are mermaids up there. If they get mad, they will spit water at you. Just be careful of that. Here's a little tip about doing the wand spells. Now, when you're doing the motion, the spell itself, it's not a big flourishing movement. It's a very small movement.
It is.
Now, normally I like to do things with a flourish, but not the wand spots, okay? Now, they do have like helpers walking around to assist you with the wand, so if you need some help, they'll help you out.
And speaking of wands, something you shouldn't miss when you're here is to go to Ollivanders.
The Ollivanders wand show is one of 3 shows here.
It is.
Now that one you wait in line, and that's the whole ceremony with when the wand picks the wizard. So you'll be in there with a large group, and one lucky person will get picked by the wand. As far as the other 2 shows that are performed here in Diagon Alley, specifically Carpet Market, there's this stage here. The show you're looking at right now is the Tales of Beetle the Bard, Tale of the 3 Brothers to be specific. And then the other show is my personal favorite of the 3 shows, Celestine the Warbeck and the Banshees. Tip number, I want to say 6, I lost count, is to get yourself a butterbeer. There are 3 spots here in Diagon Alley where you can get your butterbeer. The first is the Hopping Pot. It offers all 3 kinds of butterbeer: regular butterbeer, frozen butterbeer, and my personal favorite, hot butterbeer. And then we have the Fountain of Fair Fortune. And the third place to get your butterbeer would be the Leaky Cauldron. They do serve all 3 styles of butterbeer, in addition to the wonderful food that they offer here. And of the 3 spots, it's usually the Fountain of Fair Fortune that has the shortest line. Now, when it comes to the Leaky Cauldron, you know, I mentioned they do the hot butterbeer and the food. Now, it's very British. The food is very British. If you want a more American-style meal, go for the chicken sandwich. Because the other dishes, you have stuff like bangers and mash and toad in a hole. Are you kidding me? That sounds very British. But other than that chicken sandwich, which I totally recommend, our other main favorite thing there would be what, Nikki?
The fish and chips with vinegar.
So good. Now, if you don't want a whole meal, if you just want like a snack, we have the place to show you, but it's not in Diagon Alley. It's outside in London at one of the taxi stands. This green taxi stand, home of the jacket potato, and look at this, it's a walk up for Nikki. She's gonna walk up and order. Oh, we'll see what that order is in a second. For $10.49, Nikki has the loaded jacket potato, and also $10.49, I got myself the shepherd's pie jacket potato. All done with our jacket potatoes, a pretty good snack, wouldn't you say, Nikki?
Yes, and it's gluten-free.
And most of the time it is quicker than the Leaky Cauldron, so if you don't need a whole meal, that jacket potato, oh, it's so good as a treat, as a snack.
It does.
And now back inside to visit an alley inside the alley. Another little tip or trick is to visit Nocturne Alley. It is easy to miss. Some people just walk right by it. Don't do that. It's right there next to the Leaky Cauldron. It's not just the home of dark wizards. Everyone can go in there, do some wand spots.
And visit Borgin and Burke's.
Do a little dark magic shopping. And during the summertime, the AC in there is really, really good. A nice place to cool off. Beat the summer heat in Nocturne Alley.
And there's a lot of benches in there. It's hard to see because it's really dark, but there are benches in there so you can sit and cool off.
Nikki has some advice when visiting Diagon Alley.
Make sure to check out all the unique shops and wear your wizarding best.
And speaking of wearing your wizarding best, that's what Nikki's doing. Who is that?
Hedwig.
Hedwig?
Yes.
With a broom?
It's my Christmas sweater. And then I got my wand holder, right?
Yeah.
And then my backpack.
You've got it all. You are decked out with your wizarding best. Each shop is themed differently.
It is.
For example, like the Quidditch supply shop, that's the sporty shop.
Exactly. You'll get your Quidditch sweaters there. And then Madame Malkin's is where you get your school supplies.
Robes and stuff like that.
Exactly.
And then like Globus Mundi has all like the travel related merchandise. So lots of shops, lots of shopping to do. Each one is different. In fact, there are so many shops here, I did a video dedicated just to them.
That's true. A whole video on shops.
I'll leave a link to it in the description box.
Yeah.
Now that we've had the perfect Diagon Alley day, it's time to take Hogwarts Express over to Hogsmeade and have the perfect Hogsmeade day. But that's for a different video. Until then,
Don't miss the magic, don't miss the fun.
His name is Rick, her name is Nikki, showing how theme parks are done. Don't miss the magic, don't miss the fun. Hit subscribe.